John, you had a lot to say this morning in the general session, but kind of recap for us what you think really the high points are of what your message was to everybody.
Well, we talked this morning about our foundations and how that's always going to be critical to our future. And I talk about that in two ways. Supporting our retailers, which is our initiative to be the best wholesaler first. A lot of what we do doesn't matter unless we're the best wholesaler first. So we talked about that and we updated some progress. And what's great about that is the most important measuring rod that our retailers judge us by is service level, our fill rates to them. And the team's done such a great job this year. So we're setting a record pace this year at a 97% service. Second, we talked about how important the brand is to us and advancing that brand. And I think it tied in wonderfully to our guest speaker, who's our lead on our ad agency, Roy Spence. He's just done a terrific job for us, and we're so proud of our brand. And I think what makes this show special is that you feel the heritage of our brand, and there are folks who came before us who've built a wonderful, wonderful legacy of service, and that's what we're blessed to be in the business of doing, serving others. So helpful's our weapon in the world. Advancing that brand is always our mission, and we talked about how that'll be foundational forever.
Something that stood out for me this morning is you pointed out some performance levels and percentages of a typical store and what you call best in class. Man, it seems like to me there's a tremendous opportunity for a lot of retailers out there to learn what these guys are doing. They're getting so much higher performance levels on things from the typical store owner.
Yeah, you're right. We spend a lot of time and resources trying to figure out why some stores outperform. Why are they making so much more money than the average? And what we find is that they're taking action. Despite the uncertainty, despite the frustration with the bureaucracy and the politics of Washington, these folks are not being whipsawed by things outside their store. They're taking advantage and executing on things they can control inside their store. And so whether it be an ACE Rewards or our B2B initiatives or getting their assortment right through the merchandising team's wonderful work on these Discovery Edge Level 3 resets, we see consistently that our top performers are growing faster and making more money because they're executing the things that have been proven to work.
What about, and I wanted to ask you about this because I didn't know whether I interpreted correctly, but you talked a little bit about at one point, I forgot what the exact percentage is, but 60% of customers who come into a store get greeted and X number of this, but only about 7%, got that help. Well, you guys are the helpful place. There seems like there's some room to grow there and to maintain that brand that you're really trying to not establish, but maintain.
That's right. Our stores spend a lot of money trying to drive traffic into the building. That's what advertising's supposed to do. But once they're there, engaging that customer, sort of an emotionally engaging experience, is very important. And what we find out in that 7% figure you reference, where they're getting help while they're buying a product in the aisle, they spend more. And that's the magic of it. They get engaged and they end up spending more. So it's so worth it. It's not just being friendly, it's truly being helpful, and that has a lot to do with the product purchase. So we have a lot of initiatives to help our stores with that. One is, which I think I mentioned this morning, is called LFO, Labor Force Optimization, or Customer First. And what we're trying to do there is operationalize helpful. It's not just a word, it's a system.